Jeff, this is an excellent time for us to launch this campaign at Ball State University. First of all, the $40 million that we will raise over the next 5 years will help us strengthen our academic programs, will help us build buildings that we badly need. It will help us strengthen academic areas where it's very difficult to raise money from the state. The second reason that this is a good time for us to be launching this campaign is because there is an energy on the campus, a base that this university has laid over the last 70 years. We are at a point where people are ready to take the next step forward, and this is just an excellent time for us to be launching the campaign.
What will Ball State be like in 10 years when this campaign is concluded and the money has been invested?
Well, I think the way to respond to that question is to think about individual programs that will receive support. We will, of course, be a very different university because we will have distinguished professors and named chairs. There will be programs that will receive funds from this campaign that will be able to do work, research, and teaching that they simply have not been able to accomplish before. So it will give us a tremendous shot in the arm in terms of our academic programs.
Good, thank you. Stephen Anderson, you are the chairman of the National Campaign Committee. How does this affect the community, and how does Ball State's growth, Ball State's growth be affected by this campaign?
Well, Jeff, obviously Ball State and the community of Muncie and East Central Indiana have had a long relationship. I think the word is symbiotic. They've each made the other better. And the Wings for the Future campaign will provide for the university the resources to become an even better educational institution serving the state of Indiana. And as that happens, all of the benefits that we have enjoyed over these many years in the past in this section of Indiana will be multiplied. The improvement in our quality of life is a byproduct that is not limited to those who are part of the university, but extends to the community at large. The availability of the facilities of the university, the academic and cultural events which the university has, but above all, the university contributes to Muncie that feeling of pride in the kind of community that we are and can become. And that pride is supported economically by a budget of about $120 million, and a lot of that money is spent in Muncie, Indiana. So economic, cultural, social, all of those influences converge through Ball State University to make our community a richer and better place to live.
As you have spoken with members of the community about the campaign for Ball State, how have they responded?
The response has been outstanding, and it evidences the kind of solid support that has been built in the university over these 70 years. The response comes from the feeling that people have toward the university, and I would characterize that as one of pride on the part of those not involved, and deep involved pride on the part of the university family itself. We have not yet been turned down by any individual whom we've asked to assist us on the Wings of the Future campaign. They're proud of what the university is achieving.
Thank you.
This evening is actually the kickoff of our campaign, but I prefer to think of it in terms of a takeoff, like an airplane. That is because at the time of the takeoff, it is both the time of the beginning and the end coming together. It is the end in the sense that at the time of a takeoff, we have actually had the creation and the thought, the idea of a flight being possible. We've had the construction of the airplane. We've had the training of the pilots. We've had all the work that is necessary for a flight to be successful. That is what and where we are today at Ball State University. It is a culmination of a great deal of preparation. Preparation that's occurred not just in the past few months, but over years. It goes back 15, 20 years when the individuals involved in Ball State University had the creative thoughts, had the ideas, and had the plans that could bring Ball State University to where it is today. Full effects of this campaign cannot possibly be known until it's concluded, but there are certainly very important plans in the making, plans which are important to alumni. Oh, there's the obvious, there's that alumni with the appropriate decorum. There are also wonderful athletic fields where a contest can be held, and we as alumni in this great institution. But there's another desire and need that's going to be filled for alumni because our educational programs will be able to move forward. And that's very important to me. We are going to take Ball State
entrepreneurship and small business management in the College of Business at Ball State University. I have the distinct honor of representing what I consider an extremely fine faculty at the university with my comments tonight. I see this campaign really from a faculty perspective as one of impact and vision. And I'd like to explain both those to you in just a few moments here. As far as impact, I thought of the story I saw some months ago when the great hockey player Wayne Gretzky was sent to the LA Kings from Edmonton Oilers. And they talked about him being an impact player. Not just an impact player on the game, but in all of hockey in general, for what he could do with his specialty. And that really stuck in my mind because in the months that followed with athletic events, we heard the media talking about impact players, again, because of their skill or specialty. Well, I really believe that we have evolved in these last couple of years under President Worthen and Dr. Vanderhill as what I term an impact university. I believe that we have new areas and new programs that are growing to reach new heights. I believe those specialties in our programs are making us an impact university. If I may, I'd just like to share a couple of the programs from my small point of view in the College of Business under Dean Neil A. Palumbo. For example, and I'm biased, the entrepreneurship program received 2 national awards for educational excellence.
Good evening. I'm Doug Parker. As president of the Student Association, we're pleased and honored to be here this evening. For many people, choosing a college is a difficult process. Fortunately for me, I always knew I wanted to go to Ball State University. Perhaps the fact that 7 other members of my family are Ball State alumni had something to do with that choice. But in retrospect, I believe it was the unique atmosphere. It was the quality education, and above all, the friendly people that made my choice so clear. As a senior, I am certain Ball State University was my best choice. Because of the dedicated professors, because of the variety of classes from which I can choose, I believe that Ball State offers the best of both worlds. I believe it offers the best of the teaching excellence in a liberal arts college and the variety of a research-oriented university. Indeed, Ball State has given me great experiences. As a student, most of us are interested in what we can gain from our university: an education, friends, and yes, a good job after graduation. I believe, however, that the Wings for the Future campaign can inspire the entire student body to consider what each of us can do to put back into the university. That's why I'm so excited to chair the student portion of this campaign. Within the student campaign, the Greek organizations, the Student Association, and other organizations are pulling together to involve the entire student body. The Senior Classes Committee has been formed, which will reinstate a Ball State tradition that was started in 1929. the senior class gift. Excitement, momentum, and school spirit are building all over campus. Anyone who helped cheer on the football team to a winning season, I'm sure would agree. Now is the time to capture this spirit and enthusiasm and direct our energies to the goals of this campaign. As we graduate and take our diplomas into the newsrooms, and the classrooms, and the boardrooms, now is the time to build upon Ball State's traditions, and now is the time to spread our wings for the future.
As the premier teaching institution in the nation. Now that's a very high aspiration, but it's one that we think is realistic.
Throughout its history, one of Ball State's greatest resources has been the interest and support of its alumni and friends.
Ball State alumni who have achieved great success in the business world, Ball State alumni who have achieved great success in the academic world, in the world of architecture and urban planning. There are many of these people out there. I've been deeply impressed by how many fine individuals, how many dedicated people there are in the Ball State alumni group.
You can generally tell if a campaign like this is going to be successful by the support of the governing board and the willingness. I didn't think that was that controversial. Well, you can tell a lot about how a campaign like this gets underway by the kind of leadership that has been provided by the governing board and the active volunteers who have made us get started. If you look at $40 million and measure it by the standard of enthusiasm that has been displayed, this campaign will be a resounding success. Ball State University Board of Trustees is totally committed to this effort and has already and will play a major role in its ultimate success. You heard a comment in the TV film about the very true fact that we, in seeking to recruit an outstanding leadership group for this campaign, asked 15 of the busiest people we thought we could find, and they all said yes. It gives me, therefore, a great deal of pleasure to introduce some of these people to you tonight. I think they're well known to you, but let me ask you to welcome and greet the Board of Trustees of the University and the Wings for the Future Cabinet. And I'd like to ask each of them to, House is with her, Larry Conrad, Mr. Thomas DeWeese, who serves as Assistant Secretary of the Board, and his spouse, Vice President of the Board of Trustees. And our student trustee, Miss Susan Keel. And the Secretary of the Board, Conrad, and now I won't say again, Larry, and his spouse, Mary Jo. Mary Jo. Mr. Ben Delk and his spouse, BJ, is here with us tonight.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. We are especially grateful to each member of the campaign cabinet for the honor you show to Ball State by serving in this important campaign. And to you, Steve, our national campaign chairman, on behalf of the entire university community, thank you for your leadership of the campaign, your expert counsel, your enthusiasm, which infects all of us, and thanks especially for your commitment to our academic enterprise. This celebration is the first of its kind for Ball State family, and that's what this evening really represents, a family celebration. You already have heard from representatives of three very important branches of the Ball State family, alumni, faculty, and students. and they have explained that this is an exciting time in the institution's history. I'd like to tell you why it is such an exciting time for us, and why we're in a position to make such dramatic strides forward. First, the family is strong and healthy. Building on 70 years of experience and reputation, there is now assembled one of the best educated, most talented, and motivated faculty in the institution's history. The quality of students who are being admitted to Ball State is excellent and improving every year. And our alumni are achieving success and assuming positions of leadership in business and industry, public service and education, entertainment, and the arts. Second, there is a growing sense of energy on the campus and a feeling that Ball State is poised to soar to new heights of academic and intellectual achievement.
Thank you for being a part of the first step in reaching our $40 million Wings for the Future goal. Good evening. Thanks for coming.